Well, welcome, boys and girls from grade 1. It's wonderful to have you here in April in Poetry Month, and I'm really excited that we have a special guest, and her name is Linda Hutt.
Hi, boys and girls.
Hi, Linda Hutt.
Linda is the coordinator at City Hall School here, and she's filling in for Mary Pinkowski, who's our city's poet laureate, who was going to be here for Poetry Month but couldn't make it today. But Linda loves poetry too.
I sure do.
And I understand she came out and did a project with your school. It's a little bit of poetry, a little installation on the sidewalk. Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to tell us about that, Linda?
Sure. So I came to your school. Do you remember, boys and girls, I came and spray painted a poem on your sidewalk?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, do you know that our poet laureate, she did the same thing in the city, right, Mayor? She spray chalked a poem on the sidewalks downtown.
Yeah, she's the city's official poet, and so she doesn't just write poems and tell them to people. She even went around the city and spray painted a poem on the streets in order to get people thinking about poetry. That's kind of neat, kind of different, eh? Yeah. So, can we read that poem to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll hold these. And
So the poem is called Dance, and I'm going to try to read it like Mary would read it, because she's phenomenal. This is for the sleepy commuters, the rush of business people, and the dedicated students, the gym goers who kept their New Year's resolution. The almost late for work barista and the early to rise baker, the steady strolling pedestrian and pavement parker. Anyone pausing long enough to look around, to feel the earth pass under the soles of their shoes, to let their feet memorize the map of the city, you are standing on ancient ground. There is rhythm here. So dance, shimmy yourself like a spray paint splashing out of a graffiti bottle, and shake. Become the freedom of paint splatter. Make your mark. Believe that you are the vibrancy we need. Dance. Let yourself be moved by the heartbeat of this city. You are standing in its core. You are its core. So move with your open internal beat. Conduct this city into something beautiful, and never doubt that your dance is what keeps Edmonton moving.
did you like it?
Yeah.
I think we should clap. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah. So, Mayor Iveson, it's really exciting to think about these young boys and girls and how their dances and how their moves and how their ideas are going to shape our city, isn't it?
Absolutely. We're all kind of twirling together here, creating something special in Edmonton. And if you watch people moving to work in the morning and you stand back a little bit, you can see how they all kind of respect each other. In traffic, on the sidewalk, getting on the LRT, they all kind of dance with each other. They wouldn't think about it that way, but Mary does a wonderful job of showing how we're all connected, how we're all dancing together in the city. That's, I think, why she's a really good poet laureate for the city of Edmonton. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should we thank Mary for her poem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks, Mary. So do you remember this was the poem that she wrote for us that I spray painted on your sidewalk? Now it's my turn to pretend that I'm Mary. And this poem she wrote, she said, "Where will you go today? What adventures await? What worlds are there to explore when you turn the page? You sparking legend, you magician of imagination, you conqueror of words, tell us your story. We are listening." So when you listen to the city, boys and girls, what kind of sounds do you hear in the city? Maybe we can make a poem about sounds of Edmonton. What sounds do you hear?
Birds tweeting.
Birds tweeting. What else do we hear in the city?
Cars.
Cars. What else?
Wind.
Wind blowing. Anything else we hear in our city?
Dogs barking.
Yeah, snow pants rubbing in the winter, dogs barking. Talk, people talking. There's all kinds of sounds. One more.
Screaming.
Screaming. Yikes, on the
Hopefully not
playground.
too much.
What else? Laughing. Right. Right. There's all kinds of sounds that make our city. Maybe we can go back to the classroom and write a poem about sounds of the city. Do you have one more?
Burping.
Burping. Oh, I suppose that might be a sound in the city sometimes, right? Well, boys and girls, can you tell everybody Happy Poetry Month? Happy Poetry Month.